Hi, I am Mercedes Smith. I am the owner and founder of Mercedes Smith Photography, and this is my blog presentation. I have been in the industry for about 3 years now, so when I knew we had to write a blog, I already knew I was going to write it on wedding photography and my business. I didn't necessarily have a blog existing before, so this was a great way to combine both my business and the blog aspect into one. So, diving right in, I've been in the industry for 3 years, so I'm kind of familiar with my market research and seeing what I need in order to grow my business. But thinking from the blog perspective, I wrote down what I wanted to target to most and who would fit my audience best. So, starting off, for my target audience, I'm looking for women between the ages of 20 to 35 years old who are in the wedding industry, those who recently got engaged, those who are shopping around for a wedding photographer, or those who are just looking for advice on how to make their wedding pictures come to life. They have a certain vision, and that's what one of the main points of my blog was to be able to provide advice for all of those people looking for wedding photographers. A lot of my clientele comes from Pinterest and Instagram, so I am looking for women who are often on social media platforms as ways to connect, and I want to target towards those people who are looking for ways and advice and how to shop around for your wedding photographer. Lastly, we are in a very oversaturated market here in Utah. Almost everyone knows a wedding photographer. So I was aiming for the more luxury side of the wedding market, those who are looking for bigger wedding coverage, those who are a little older, and those who are looking for a more luxury experience rather than your typical wedding photographer experience. So, after researching my market, I already have some analytics for my target market. As you can see, I pulled these from Instagram. So a majority of my age range starting off is from ages 18 to 34, which is hitting my ideal target audience already. As you can see, 87.5% of my audience is women. So I'm kind of already hitting that target audience, and I wanted to take this target audience from my business and push it towards my blog and start giving them advice on how I can improve their wedding photography experience. This is from my current website, which I combined into my blog. It was a little bit of a slow month, but as you can see, I get about 451 visitors per month. I get about 1,000 page views a month, and my top source is Instagram. So that's very helpful to see, like, where is my audience come from? How can I advertise my blog and where would be best? So instantly I know Instagram is my power tool along with Pinterest and word of mouth. For my competitive research, since I've been in the industry so long, I had an idea of who I wanted to be, where I wanted my blog to stand, and what I can provide. So I compared my quality and pricing to similar businesses in the industry and how I wanted to identify my quality and pricing. Some of the examples I use are Callie Van Debos Photography. She is a great photographer, and she does a lot of the weddings in Utah that you've probably seen her pictures. She is amazing. So I compared my pricing with hers, my quality, what I have to provide. And while I was looking at Callie's and Grace Lund Films photography, I also found out what strengths they have that I can apply to my business. So a lot of them had great packages, great add-ons that I wasn't necessarily adding to my packages. So that's a way that when I was looking at my competitive research, I could see how I can make my business better. So that's just a little dive into my analytics for my target market and who I'm aiming for my blog. And now onto my actual blog. See, we have the header right here, which includes the blog, about me, frequently asked questions, and for my extra pages, I decided to do a portfolio of all of my work and a contact page as well. To the right, you'll see an easy Instagram link that you can click on, and it will take it to the rest of my galleries and everything posted on Instagram, which is where a lot of my followers come from. And then, of course, the custom logo that we designed for one of our discussions. Going down, first you see browse the blog. You'll just click here and it'll take you straight to the blog. But I also have a little snippet of my Watch My About Me video, as well as some other fun stuff to add to the blog. So heading into the blog, we have everything laid out super simple, super neat. Underneath each one, we have how I stay creative and different examples of each post, like sectional posts and list posts. For my HTML code, I actually didn't have to do much. I did input a custom font to create some of the wording you'll see, but other than that, there was nothing much that I really had to add. And so for my how-to video, I have a couple how-to examples, but the one that links the video is this post right here, how to take your bridal session to the next level. And then it just links to YouTube, and it goes on talking about how to make your bridal session more special to you. And so I am on Squarespace, and so it is super easy to look at your analytics. Right now, I guess I got 3 visits because I linked it to my Instagram, but I am going to measure a lot of my metrics through how many visits I get each month, unique visitors, page views, as well as traffic sources. I have a feeling a lot of these will come from Instagram because that is where I post most of my content. And so that's just kind of how my blog looks and the insights behind it on how I'm going to measure the success of it. So I get a lot of my engagement already from Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest, so I'm going to be getting most of my followers to my blog from there. I plan on doing a little exclusive first look so people can sign up on newsletter and get early access on how to make their images better and how to make their wedding galleries come to life. I also planning on doing a lot of advertising on my stories, getting input on what my followers want to see and feel like they're really involved in the process of my blog, as well as some boosted posts on Instagram and Facebook to really advertise what I'm doing and get a flow started on my blog. I loved making this blog. It was super fun and really allowed me to tap into my creative side. And I mentioned in one of my discussions, I didn't think I was that much of a writer, but I learned that I can write about wedding photography for hours. So I'm super thankful for my experience of being able to write about this blog, and I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do. Thank you.